In this video, we'll see how we can delete a node from a doubly linked list. These are the different cases that we'll see. So first, let's see how we can delete the first node of the list. Temp points to this node. Now start should be updated to point to this node. So we write start is equal to start next. Now this node becomes the first node, so its previous part should be null. So we write start previous is equal to null. And after that, we write free temp and remove this node. So this is how we can delete the first node of the list. Now let's see how we can delete the only node of the list. Temp points to this node. Start is made null, and then we write free temp and remove this node. Now this was the case of deletion of first node. We can see that these two cases have to be handled separately because the start previous is equal to null will not be valid here because here start becomes null. Now let's see how we can delete a node that is in between the list. Suppose we have to delete this node and we have a pointer temp that points to this node. Now the next part of this node should point to this node. The address of this node is in temp previous and its next part should point to temp next. Now the previous part of this node should point to this node. Address of this node is in temp next and its previous part should point to temp previous. After that, we write free temp and remove this node. So this is how we can delete a node that is in between the list. Now we'll see how we can delete the last node of the list. Temp points to this node. Now this will become the last node, so the next part of this node should be null. And the address of this node is in temp previous. So we write temp previous next is equal to null. After that, we write free temp and remove this node. So this is how we can delete the last node of the list. Now this was a case of deletion in between the nodes. Now we can see that this statement temp next previous is equal to temp previous will not be valid here because here temp next is null. So these two cases have to be handled separately. Now let's see the function for this deletion. This is the function delete node that will delete a node that has value x. Now if the list is empty, we'll just return. If the list has only one node and that node has value x, we'll delete it here. Otherwise, we'll print this message. Now here we are handling the case of deletion of first node. If the node to be deleted is not the first node, we'll come here and find a pointer to the node that is to be deleted. Now this loop will stop when temp points to the last node. So here we are handling the case of deletion in between the list, and here we are handling the case of deletion of last node. Now let's run this program. This is our list. First we'll delete the first node of the list. The first node has been deleted. Now we'll delete the last node of the list. Last node has been deleted. Now we'll delete node with info value 4. So this node has been deleted.